Yo, 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 yo. Come on in, man. Come on in. Let's talk.
Hey,
Let's have a conversation, man. Let's have a conversation. And I know some of y'all in the chat
yeah,
already,
yeah,
or y'all
yeah.
will be in there in a second because I just dropped a video literally 30 minutes ago.
Oh yeah, feels good to be here.
So y'all come on in, man. I know it's been a while. We apologize, but news been slow and life been lifing.
Man, still been working, man. Still been working, man.
King ATL, what's up, my guy?
What's happening, family?
Yep,
Man, I
I
tell you one
dropped it
thing, I can't
20
wait.
minutes ago, not 30, 20 minutes. So
Oh,
y'all go over there and check it out. What I my thoughts on it, but we gonna give y'all. We want y'all thoughts. That's why we doing this live right now, so we can get y'all thoughts on it right quick.
what's,
But you know what to do, man. And then you just shut out chat as we go,
hey
and
man,
we'll just keep it moving.
what's your shoot, man? Shout out to the chat. You got King ATL supporter in there. You got Jaden, what's happening, man? Melvin, what it do? Robert, what's happening? What's happening? Winston, how you feeling? Said, what's going on, fellas in chat? Smash that like button, please, and thank you. And if you're watching this, after it's already been live and you see that hype 'em up video, make sure you do that, please, on A1 Forever and on Smitty Sports Machine, as it very much so helps out both channels, and as well as that like button. So shout out to everybody. ATL Focus, what's happening? RB, all the way from the Las Vegas Strip, what's happening? Boss, what's going
Not
on?
the strip, but the script with a K.
Strip.
He said that
Mhm.
hot ass script. So yeah, yeah, that hot
Yeah,
script, man. But boss 2164, what it do, man? What up, my guy?
yeah, man.
Yeah, man. Hey, look, Winston, we appreciate you, my guy. Y'all go over to Winston on Facebook or YouTube. Check out the eye test. Him and John, they doing their thing, been doing their thing for a while, man. Great Falcons content. And they will direct you to anything else that they have going on. So check out Winston and John Harris over there at the eye test. Please go do that. Appreciate it, Melvin. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. Appreciate it, man. Tell Pops I said what's up, man. Tell Pops I said what's up.
Mm.
But yeah, man, let's get it started, man. We ain't gonna hold
Why
y'all.
are
Just
we here?
quick pop up, man. We just want to get y'all thoughts
Andy's
on it.
back with another Slater scoop.
Yep, old Slater scoop, man. I told y'all if y'all saw that video, man. Andy Slater is one of my go-to guys for NFL news, just like the Atlanta Falcons media personalities, such as Mark Zeno, such as Daniel Flick, all those guys, man. Shout out to Mad Mike. He dropped stuff and I catch on with him. But shout out to our main guy, RGATL for life, man. He drops day-to-day news in our group chat, man. We have a personal group chat. So
Right.
shout out to RGATL for life, man. We got to save up, man. We got to present RJ with a gift, man, because he's been nothing but good to us. But I'm
Right.
telling you, come Christmas, we got to save up and get him a gift, man.
Something.
Got to get
Yeah.
him a gift.
Yeah, by that time, man, I'm pretty sure Smitty will be closer to, about 50 million subscribers or something like that. And we'll do this.
Hey, you go with that bullshit
Hey,
already. Hey, I'm trying to get there though. Why you cracking? But boy,
nah, for real.
if I get to 50,000, I will be set because I know I will get consistent viewers by then. So
Right.
again, that's why A1 said, man, y'all hit that hype button, hit that subscribe button, or that leave a comment. Every comment you leave, it helps the algorithm as well. So if y'all can do either one of those for both our channel, man, we appreciate it. Tell you what's up, my guy.
Hmm. What's happening, everybody? What's happening, Tay?
Facts, facts, facts. Jaden, man, nephew, we sorry to hear that, man.
Oh,
He said his grandma passed away at 92, man. We definitely prayers are with you, my guy.
that's
Please,
definitely
please,
a blessing,
please, y'all put them praying hands in the chat, man. Pray for our boy Jaden, man. He doing this thing, man. Always supporting this, man. He been supporting me for a while. But yeah, shout out to the family, man. Prayers up. And
though. Right.
yeah, man, my granddad was the same age when he passed away 4 years ago. So I know how I feel, still thinking about it every day. And I know you recently lost your granddad, man. So I know you're having it tough still.
Right.
So I appreciate you, Jaden. But no doubt, man, no doubt. But yeah, let's get into this right quick, man. We're not gonna hold y'all. We want y'all thoughts on it, so y'all drop y'all thoughts in the comment as we go. And here we go.
Mm-hmm.
But as A1 said, the Slater scoop, man, the Slater scoop, Falcon James Pearce will have all of his charges dismissed, which means he's pretty much a free man
Yeah,
if
that was
he
on the.
completes a program offered to him by the state of Florida. Ah, man. The details still being worked out. Pierce would not attend therapy sessions and stay out of trouble over a 6-month period. And this is going to change, and we're going to get into that.
Mm-hmm.
And I let Chris read that part. Well, he says attorney Yale Sanford tells me the victim, Rakia Jackson, and prayers up to her as well because she recently tore her ACL
Yeah.
and she's out for the season. And the police officer in this case spoke to the state attorney's office and agreed to this as well. And if y'all go to my video, I'll give y'all the more in-depth thought on how he can fix things with both of these guys. And I know he can't go near Rakia Jackson.
Mm-hmm.
That's what he has an attorney for. That's what he has an attorney for. And I can, if y'all go to my video, I'll specifically tell y'all exactly how he can fix that situation. But before we go on, man, give me your thoughts. And while you give me your thoughts, I switch it over to the next part.
Well, of course, this right here when it came out, it was already like like what had everybody kind of like surprised because the main part was that the whole fact that she was able to agree to terms like these terms about him going to do the program, especially with everything that had happened in the therapy sessions, and but to see her agree to it, that was the biggest thing about it. But this new news is even bigger, I think, than that. Up here on the screen is saying about James Pearce Jr. was approved for the fast track, and when we just discussed that, getting the case dismissed. But it will be a 1-year program instead of the 6 months. Okay, cool. Also, his ex-girlfriend, WNBA player Rakia Jackson, also voluntarily dropped her attempt to a permanent restraining order against the Falcons star. Pierce Jr. still must stay away from Miss Jackson for the next 12 months until the case is officially closed. After that, if they want to come
You're a
into
free man.
yeah, and after that, they want to come into contact with one another. I mean, they're legally able to. Some people are already saying, "Oh, they're about to get back together after this." I mean, it is what it is. But I got a question. I got a more important question than any of that stuff. What
Right.
does this mean for James Pearce Jr. when it comes to the NFL? How will the NFL look at this? I believe domestic violence gets about 6 games anyway, but who's to say? Maybe he was going to get more games, and maybe this takes it all the way down to the very bottom. I mean, like, how is this going to have everybody like looking at him, portray him, and everything? It's like you have more important questions, I think, like football questions to wonder. Does this help James Pearce Jr.'s case at all when it comes to with Roger Goodell and the NFL brass?
Yeah. I mean, that's the key point, man. That's what we waiting on. Miss Stephanie, what's good? DBG, what's up, my guy? What is
What's that,
good? I mean, we don't know what she want, man, at this point.
bro?
I just think, it's just best that they just, push it to the side, let it be what it is and get it out the way.
Mm,
He said once he saw 2.5 bond, I knew something like this was gonna happen. That bond price told everything. Yeah,
nah,
that's
for real.
pretty much a slap on the wrist for him. Two twenty
Those
five
all
hundred.
those charges. Think about all
Right.
those charges that he had. Yeah, that's a slap on the wrist. And
And then think about it. Is the 2,500 basically equates to $250. So yeah, it's not much. So yeah. Um, oof.
but
But
more,
again, before
more,
you
more.
go, right. But before you go, the NFL. It's something we talked about. And I talked about it a few minutes ago in the video, but I'll elaborate just a little bit. Um, it's gonna be interesting to see what they do, man, because as we've talked about on this show a couple of times, and if y'all been following my channel, and I talked about the other cases such as the Ray Rice, the kicker for the Giants, and just other DV cases, the NFL don't play about it no more. And it's something that can end your career quicker than an injury, and DV is one of those. Why? Because as men, we know, don't put your hand on women's. Um, that's the first thing. Then when you look at another situation, just it tarnishes the NFL's brand when these type of things happen, and we all know one reason why James Pearce could get off is Rich McKay still works in the front office up in New York,
Mm-hmm.
so he could be talking to Roger Goodell, trying to lighten the blow just a little bit, even though something's going to happen. But like he said, it could be just 4 games. We don't know. But this is what he said. This is what we all wanted to know. And I said this a little bit ago in my video.
Mm-hmm.
James Pearce Jr. should be at training camp in July. That's what we all wanted to hear.
Mm-hmm.
That is what we were waiting to hear. And me and A1 got asked about this a couple of weeks ago on the show. And we said, as soon as the news broke, we were going to tell y'all. So guess what we did? As soon as the news broke, here we are. So it said the NFL will still have their say, but getting the case dismissed will make it hard to see the suspension being more than 4 games. And that's just his opinion, but I'm still sticking with 6. That's just my opinion. And so for the record, I've been wrong before on this case, but money can buy you a lot of out of a lot of trouble, I suppose. And Chris,
Sometimes.
remember when we did the show about a month ago? May have been a little longer than that, and we broke down the money that he paid her just to be with him. It was like $275,000, and to me, and I'm sure the defense or whoever else was involved in this case legally, that was the first thing. And we told y'all on the show when we seen the money aspect, this is gonna be his way out. And it ended up pretty much to me being, I don't know about A1, but me being his way out. Because as we know, money talks.
Yeah.
So we always keep it real with y'all on the show. When we seen $275,000, when that money got funny, oh, here we go with the rest of it. Because like I told y'all, we do not know anything that went on between that conversation between them, between those text messages, but that money spoke volumes. So when I saw that, hey, we
Oh,
already
and
knew it could
boy,
go sideways. But yeah, go ahead.
now I was just about to add to what you were saying. Just remember what the lawyer and how confident the lawyer was. Just
Right.
certain words he was using, the tone that he was using. And it was just I spoke about it when the case first, dropped when he first got released, and how confident that the lawyer was then, along with the low bond. We talked about it. It was always a chance that this could possibly happen. But you got to talk about both sides of the spectrum because it could have went either or. We know, but this is where we're at, man. We're just trying to figure out when will the pass rusher be back on the field for the Falcons. I actually agree with Mark Zeno here. 100% he should be at training camp in July and out there competing. Yes, the NFL is going to have their say, just like he said here, but 4 games, yes, 6 games, like no more than 6 though. If I see like 7, it's like what are we doing almost? Because again, the case got dismissed and she's cooperating with the case being dismissed. There's been 2 instances where she agreed to the counseling, and now she's agreed to dropping the permanent restraining order. So I'm just saying, like, what more do you want this guy to do? She's dropping things, she's cooperating, and she's agreeing with just 12 months of not being around each other. But you know how it is. If they want to talk, they still can talk. You know how that go. But at the same time,
Facts.
like 12 months away from each other, and then after that, you never know. You may see something pop up with them two, in the same place at the same time again. You never know.
Yeah.
All I care about is when is he hitting this football field so we can get
And,
out after these
and
offenses.
at 4 games to me is fair because it would be just like the PUP list.
Mm,
And that's probably what they place him on. Is the PUP list, and that's 4 games. And they can put anything they want outside of an injury, say non-football injury, or non-football related, and that's what it would fall up under. But I'm gonna just tell y'all, and I said this before too. He just really thank God he didn't end up on that commissioner exempt list, because he does. If he ends up on that list, it's a complete whole year just gone. So he dodged more than one bullet with this ruling right here. And I'm gonna get to your question in a second, Keith. I see it right there, and that's a great question. But DeAndre, thank you for the donation, my brother. Truly appreciate it as always. My dog back, and with her out with an ACL injury, she probably want him back to take care of her and her injury now. She
mm,
knows she miss him. But DeAndre, this is the thing. This is how karma works sometimes. And I didn't want to say it, but it was in my mind as soon as the injury happened. Why? Because he has went through his consequences. Now it's time for hers. And guess what? ACL injury take exactly how long?
Not
A
12,
whole year. How long is that program? A whole year.
12 months.
So it's equal karma. So let's keep it real. Let's keep it real, my dog. And one thing about me, y'all know about me. I mean, I keep it real with y'all. If it's karma and I think it's karma, I'm gonna tell y'all. Cause that to me, that's exactly what it is. But before we go on to Keith's question, man, go ahead and give your thoughts on that.
Well, hey, we know how some things work out with relationships sometimes. Sometimes, being apart make the heart grow fonder. Some people would call this relationship just completely toxic. At
Yep.
the end of the day, like, I just feel like there's two young people that honestly they're gonna look back on this, I think, about 10 or 15 years from now and just really look and think like, man, that could have really just went absolutely terrible. Glad that they'll be able to hopefully move on from it. No matter what they decide to do, that's their personal business. My main thing is I want our number one draft pick in the first round to be able to just stay out of trouble, keep his nose clean, make sure he getting out there on that football field and getting the quarterback on the ground. Just go out there, and be the best football player that you possibly can do. I mean, if he wants to start doing humanitarian stuff and everything, that's at his discretion. I mean, it may be actually a good look if the PR, or especially the staff and everything, like kind of nudges him to do things like that. But regardless, at the end of the day, you have the opportunity to rebuild your character, rebuild yourself, your face, and go out there and just compete on the highest level with your guys, man. And then of course, Bijan, I know he's already talked about it, about being one of those guys that's going to put their arm around him once he's able to be around the team. And so he's going to have the right people in his corner and everything. He just has to make sure that he maintains no crashing out and just really stay away from her. And, just stay away from her. Complete this to this full capacity and then just move on.
Agree, 100%. He said he was driving reckless. What is suspension for that? Um, I don't think that'll fall under suspension because I think they dismissed that charge as well, if I'm not mistaken. If they did charge him, he probably had to pay a fine and he probably paid that off already. Because I haven't heard anything else about that part of the reckless drive. I think that had to do with the police when they dropped the charge, the 5-year charge. I think that was all tied into that, if I'm not mistaken. Like I said, could be wrong. I have to go look at it. But yeah. And he also said, so the NFL is waiting. The Players Association will appeal. Can they prove any violence towards her? I think she was lying on him, trying to get out of the relationship. All they can prove is that. Uh, Court documents. They probably read over the court documents already. So whatever the court documents say, that's the guideline they will follow, and they will, take the steps after that. That's the best answer I can give you, Keith. What you think?
Hmm. I was on here looking to try to see if I could find
Okay, go ahead.
something.
Bingo, Solomon. This is where I was on my video, and I told y'all go check it out on my page. This is exactly where I went with it, Solomon. I said, I think James Pearce can set up a college fund for the cops, children, and this is why he agreed to drop the charge. And also, well, no, not the charge of the police charge. They couldn't prove. They didn't have enough evidence to go ahead with the 5-year sentence, so they had to drop the charges on that. But I did say something similar to Rakia Jackson as well, and the cops organization, as far as setting up college funds, donating to their foundations or whatever they choose or they're liking. I can see them doing that. Probably I say 15 to 20,000 to each foundation, and that's not much given the kind of money he makes, and he'll make that money back in one game, so he won't miss it. But yeah,
Oh,
um,
all
I could
right. So,
definitely see that. But go ahead.
no, okay. So yeah, I was looking for some of those charges. Yeah, so it was aggravated battery with a deadly weapon, fleeing and eluding police, resisting an officer with violence. Excuse me, and also he had the stalking charge, and then that reckless driving. But all that, no, I say all that is being dropped.
Yeah.
All.
So yeah. So yeah. So when you come up with an agreement, 9 times out of 10, all the charges tie up together in one situation. They bunch it all together and they just throw it out the door when they dismiss it. But Christian said that's why I said from the beginning. Wait to see what the courts do. All kinds of agreements are made when evidence or lack thereof surfaces and deals are made. Absolutely. And
Absolutely.
Chris alluded to that earlier when he said that's why the lawyer was so confident. Miss Christie, appreciate you. But yeah, that's why he said it, man. That's exactly why he said it. That's why he said it. Uh,
What's happening, family?
great point. Great point. Um, Dirty Bird said he better stay away from her. Not trying to be negative, Nancy. I'm just being 100. He needs to
Right.
focus on himself and his career and his teammates and other opportunities for him. And that's exactly what I just said
Agree.
in that video, man. So you right on point with that. I
I
went right to that same point.
There's no
Winter
point in
said,
just keep getting yourself
go
in
ahead.
trouble, man. This is a lot of money you could be possibly fumbling, man. You know, life
Facts.
changing stuff like that. That a lot of us shoot. That's I mean, shoot. I know I'm definitely one of them that would love to go out there and play professional, whatever. You know, what I'm saying for a living, but don't waste the opportunity. You know, what I'm saying a lot of people would love an opportunity like this, man. Just don't do it.
Yeah, yeah. And the thing about it, man, and I'm gonna elaborate on it 1 second. But once you say all the driving charges are assigned to fines, and that's what I said earlier. The felonies all fall under the intervention program. There
Mhm.
you go. And I know Winston know, man. Winston know them laws. Trust me, Winston know. Because every time we talk about law, he always pops up and give us an insight to it. Shout out to Winston. Granddaughter said, "What up? What about the college fund to the Falcon country?" Hey man, we need a fund for real.
I'm trying
Hey,
to
set it up. Unneeded stress, absolutely. Negative news to the fandom and aggravation they give you fans. You dig?
man.
Man, out here out of control. I mean, hey, look, we need a fund as well. But thank y'all for always donating, DeAndre. Thank you, my guy. People that's always donating, Miss Angela, Mr. Drea Mac. Always. We appreciate y'all. Dirty Bird Gang, anybody that I miss who always, donate, we truly appreciate
I
that.
really appreciate y'all. Seriously.
But
JPJ got an opportunity to make millions and better himself. Praying for him, and I think Bijan will be the perfect person to be
absolutely,
around. I
200%.
see Nate Ali getting close with JPJ as well, and yes, I'm glad that you mentioned that because that was another guy that I was thinking that was going to get right in JPJ's grill and be like, "Hey man, look, don't be effing this up. You know they're gonna have they real man to man conversations and everything like that. But that's what he's gonna need. He's gonna need them people that's gonna, tell him like it is, but just let them know, hey man, we care about you and we don't want to see you go down that path. And this could have really ended up nasty for you, you know what I'm saying? But obviously, with God's grace and I guess a little bit of money, you know what I'm saying, being able to get through this and still be able to have a chance to still, wreck the ship and still have a career, man. It's like, again, these opportunities don't come to everybody. You can't waste them.
Absolutely. And I came up with a plan just in case he wasn't ready for the season, which he will not be. And shout out to Demetrius Johnson, man. He dropped a question in my YouTube comments about Josh Sweat. Josh Sweat could be one of those options. Only $5.5 million cap hit, and the Falcons definitely have it. And you can unload one of those lighter salaries, bring him on, and strengthen up your rotation until he comes back. And then when he comes back, I mean, you right back to where you were last year. So and he had 12 sacks in Arizona last year on a lackluster defense. So
Mm-hmm.
imagine what he could do with a defensive line that's much better than Arizona. He could be a 15 sack guy probably, and he would be a key rotational piece. You can see three uh, defensive end. Then you add Dorlison to the equation. With his 10 sacks last year. So look, I mean, it could be something that you would like to see.
Mm-hmm. Oh, seriously, man. My thing is, you still have roughly around 15, 16 million, somewhere between 14 and 16 million in cap space. And you still, if you want to, can just still add to this defense or add to the offense. It's been a long time since we ever really just had like some money that's really just saved over. And it's like, well, you got options. If anything goes wrong or you need that add a little something. At least you got some money to play with, man, as well. And then you got your pass rusher. He's eventually going to be back now, and it's really fast tracking into the right direction. I mean, things are starting to, sort of look up for the Atlanta Falcons. Again, you're going to have more OTAs, and then next thing you know, it's going to be mandatory. And then we're going to be all out there rooting on those Falcons out there on that hill.
In the hot ass sun.
Yeah, man. At least
it'd be chicken wings.
Yeah, at least it'd be in the morning time. Can you imagine going out there and it's like 2:30?
94 degrees. Miss Christensen, I'm glad that mental health treatment is a part of the intervention program. Absolutely. Yes. Both of them need it. Absolutely 200% true. And remember, I told y'all, people feeling sorry for her, talking about what she went through. They weren't talking about what he was going through. Think about it. He went through a mental crisis during that time, during the whole situation that happened. He didn't just do that. It's something in his mind that just say, hey, snapped. And you got to pray for people like that, man, because I tell y'all all the time, mental health is nothing to take for granted. If you in your right mind, you doing things right every day, you better wake up every morning and thank God that you do it, because I've seen people who struggle with mental health on a daily and take medicine for it. So, look, she's absolutely correct. I'm glad it was part of the intervention program. And like I said in that video, I don't know if he got help before this, but if he did, I'm glad he getting back to when that happened, get back to getting that help, and and start growing as an adult. Like I said, he's still only about 21, 22 years old, so he's still a young man. Life ain't even started. He hadn't even entered his prime yet. So look, and imagine struggling with mental illness at a young age like that. Near your prime. Just think about that.
Yeah, Oh, not that one, but yeah, go ahead. Yeah, JPJ was out there with Kobe, and they were laughing and joking with each other. JPJ looks like he's in great spirits. I mean, that's great, and and that's another thing too, man. We gotta. I want Kobe to to stay out of trouble as well too, man.
Right.
I know, like sometimes he be doing those streams, and sometimes some of his entourage
be doing out of control a little bit.
Yeah, they just don't be doing right, man, and I get it. So but I'm just hoping that Kobe is focused and everything like that. But I'm glad that the teammates are reaching out and everything and being around them. I also see another comment that Tay has about Jesse Bates, and
go ahead.
That just goes along, it's saying about Jesse Bates will wheel him in. He already reached out to him when it happened and said that he's there for him. And I believe the locker room mates are as well. And and that goes to just show you, see, that's the type of stuff that you can't necessarily, that's off the field. There are some things that guys provide on the field, but being a locker room leader like Jesse Bates is, trying to wheel James Pearce in, wheel him into the right direction, that's the stuff like that really you can't put a price on, because he's helping not only the youth, but another teammate possibly not make a bad decision, which will be ultimately great for everybody. So, yeah, man, it's just certain things like that, too, when you start thinking about certain players and getting rid of them. It's like, okay, we know what they do on the field, but also what do they do in the locker room? What are they doing in the training room, the facility? Are they calling guys up, just checking on them to see how they doing and making sure that they're doing right for the betterment of the entire franchise? It'd be just certain things that just don't show up on stat sheets sometimes.
Yeah. And thinking about the drama they already going through with the Michael Penix Tua Tagovailoa stuff, it's the more we get closer to training camp, it's going to keep building till it's just going to explode. Why? Because Mike Penix has suffered 3 ACL injuries. Tua has had 3 bad concussions, maybe 4. So when you look at that position with the quarterback turmoil on top of this, it's just tough. And that's why you got to have veterans in your locker room, man. That's why. Because they've been around long enough to know the ins, the outs, the good, the bad, and how to deal with it. And if he and one person I know he needs to get with, who has had off the field problems, and I ain't got to speak on it, but just James Pearce, if you watching this, please call John Abraham. Please call John Abraham. He's dealt with off the field issues during his career. So trust me, please go call John Abraham. He will set you right. Yeah, he will help you improve your pass rush. Please, as far as a mental note, please go talk to John. John can tell you. Trust me, he can. Trust me.
Facts. And that's if John hasn't even already reached out to him himself.
Exactly. We just don't know.
So, yeah, man.
King ATL said he glad change is happening for both of them. Healing prayers for both, and mental health is important. 200% true.
Very important. Mental health is important for all, even the biggest,
All
strongest people. They still need that mental health as well because you just some things sometimes when you are in the spotlight and are in a bigger role and everything, sometimes it can get to you, and you just need that supporting cast around you just to let you know that hey, we're here for you. Everything is going to be okay. We can bring it back down to earth. We can, what I'm saying, get away from this, and make an escape. You need all those type of things, like that real reset, because burnout is real in everything you do, even if you sweep in the flow.
facts. Ryan, what's up, my guy? He said, what's good, man? Y'all go check out the Birdcage LLC on YouTube, man. Please go there, like, subscribe, comment, and hype him up, man, just like you do us. We truly appreciate it. Just tell Smitty since you Smitty A1 sent you over there, man. Winston says, I don't think a team in the league has a better NASCAR package than us. Pierce, Dorless, Harrison, Diablo, Walker, Ojolari. You got to put Ebelcam in there. And one of the Trice, Andrews, Harris, Perkins, or Dan. That's the rest of the linebacking core. And before we go on with that, again, we got to give a shout out to the Bush family, man. They lost Kyle last week, man. That's a big loss for NASCAR. Only 41 years old. And this is another reason why we having this discussion. Do not take tomorrow for granted. He had pneumonia, turned into sepsis, and it turned tragic. So please stop taking every day for granted. Be thankful when you wake up in the morning and thank God that you made it to see another day. Because there's going to always be somebody that don't get up this field and be able to do the same. So just be thankful. That's all I ask. Go ahead.
No facts, bro. Like, I really hate that he just hear about those type of things and just you never really like know how good of a person really is until you just like start seeing like how everybody was remembering him, and
Right.
he has so much love going on, and just support to his family, condolences to his family and the entire NASCAR world because they lost a great one.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think one of the most touching moments for me when his son was at the racetrack and another driver's son came over, showed him some love. And as kids, that's all we know. All that other stuff is taught. I don't care what nobody say. I don't want to get into it, but that's the type of stuff we need to see: support, love, and support all the time. That's how we get out of these situations. We kill the hate, learn to support, and learn to be a better you every day. And that's all you can ask for. Miss Pam said, "What up?" He said, I am help getting the help he need the organization and his teammates showing support. That's a great thing. Absolutely, he's getting the help he needs, and and that treatment program is going to help him a lot. And the thing about that, if he talks to the right person, he will keep continuous getting help. The older he gets, until he gets to the point where he says, "I don't need it no more. I think mentally enough, I'm strong." No matter how long that may take, learn to get to the point where you say, "Hey, I think I can do it on my own." Just learn to change your circle and the people you're around. Get rid of the yes men and start getting around the people that not scared to tell you when you're doing wrong. Them the type of people you need in your corner all the time. Because them yes men don't do nothing but put you in a bad place every single time. He seen me with the picture I put up when we was at training camp the last year when me and Berta were down there with and I had the chicken sandwich.
Oh
And
yeah,
yeah. And
yeah,
actually Chris had got me that plate. Um
yeah, man. He was
he said he
down.
seen me with the he said he was crying on that thing, man. He said, my guy don't play about them chicken wings. That photo
Nah,
said it all. Hey,
photo.
and then the most embarrassing thing about it, DBG, I was on the news with that same plate in my hand.
That joint was funny, hilarious.
And I was on the team page, me and A1. So yeah, that was funny.
Man, fun times. Can't wait to do it all over again. Said Harrison was on pace to get. Yeah, man. And
That Chris
again,
boy.
I always say that was mismanagement of that injury, brother, because like again, he was already going through a little tweak with the knee, and it's like he comes back and then he plays the most snaps that he played all season. So just think about that. You're coming off injury and you playing more snaps after, you know what I'm saying, when you got because he had the knee brace on and everything. So you can tell it was still something going on with the knee because normally he doesn't play with knee braces. So it's like you see that he plays all the snaps that he does. Actually left that game actually a little bit early too. And he was out for the rest of the season. So like he was on the pace like for 10 at least, you know what I'm saying, 8 to 10 sacks. Yes, I agree with that.
And it's crazy because right before the game started, we was talking, and you said, "Man, you know what? I hope they didn't bring him back too early."
Yeah.
And
I
the
mean,
very same game, the shit happens.
yeah, he left about what? About late third, early fourth quarter, something like that.
Right.
Just didn't come back into the game. And again, I was saying again then, and I say it now, it was mismanagement of a player. You possibly could have got more production out of him. And he's coming up on the last year of his rookie deal. So
Right,
it's
because he only
a
get 4 years.
decision on him.
Right. But Tay said he said Abe said he plans on reaching out to JPJ while he was on the Water Boys. And I get Abe on soon, man. So he can give us a little bit of insight. Because like I said, matter of fact, I'll talk to him personally before we come on. So I know what boundaries not I don't cross boundaries, but I know exactly what to ask him.
Right.
That way he feel comfortable with. Because you just can't, haul off and just ask stupid questions. Gotta be respectful at all times, man.
Facts.
Grill said, I don't know if y'all talked about it, but our linebacking core is going to be different this year. Yeah, we talked about it a couple of weeks ago, but to put it in short form right quick, Diablo is going to be probably the main guy. Jalen Walker is going to have a bigger role this year. You can see him play a little bit off the ball too. Can't wait to see how Kendall Daniels and Harold Perkins, get into the mix. Troy Anderson could be a situational guy. I think he's mainly going to be special team. That's just my thoughts. But I think they're going to be even more athletic than they were last year. And that could be scary because those two rookies that we got, both of them can cover sideline to sideline, and they can drop back in coverage and cover running backs and tight ends. So, yeah, it's kind of scary. What you think?
Man, if Troy Anderson get if Troy Anderson get over 30 tackles, I don't know, man. I may buy a trading card or something. I don't know. It just like our linebacking core is definitely gonna be different, but you can't forget about the Christian Harrises and the Channing Tindall,
Right,
the special team ace, Christian Harris, so he is a formidable linebacker. It's just the injuries have been kind of like just his plague. But when he's right, he's a good player. And bringing him here with the linebacking core, Jeff Ober going to get his hands on him is really right now. I think Christian Harris and Divine Diablo. I think it's those two right now, and of course Divine is going to be there. We know that, but I think it's Christian Harris' job to lose to possibly one of these guys. Jalen Walker is going to be all over the place. Last year he was pretty much used as just a pass rusher to go after the quarterback. This year, I expect them, and Jeff Ulbrich has already said that they're going to expand on his off the ball and expand on using him in different situations as well.
Facts.
And you're going to have to because you lost Caden Ellis, who was a great communicator, somebody who can go out to get after the quarterback, cover a little bit, but mainly I like Caden Ellis going after the quarterback. Now, speaking of going after the quarterback again, talking about those two young guys, I think that they can easily start on special teams easily. And then work their way in situational situations like maybe second and third down, depending on what the distance is with the offense. But they can really go after the quarterback as well. Perkins had like over 5.5 sacks, and I know Kendall Daniels somewhere in that area too. So they have ability to go after the quarterback. But Kendall Daniels is so interesting to me because how he was used in just that hybrid role all over the field. They called it like a cheetah formation, like kind of like a cheetah position for him because he could be at the line in the middle of the field playing linebacker, or he could even be back around in the safety area too. So he could be
3 safety looks.
Right. So he'll be playing in the slot and he can drop all the way back to the safety position because he used to play safety. And we know that Jeff Obert liked those type of players because Divine Diablo, he was drafted by the Las Vegas Raiders as a safety. And then
out of Virginia Tech. I actually remember it. Right.
So like we have those guys. And then of course, you got the Xavier Watts too, who was on the offensive side and moved to defense. So it's like you got all those guys who regardless are ball hawks. That is the point of all it is. Like these guys are fast. I hate to use the old term, but they are fast, they're physical, but they're ball hawks as well, because a lot of guys that wasn't that fast and physical wasn't always ball hawks, just keeping it real. But
Yeah,
these guys, they take the ball away. And that's
yeah,
the
they
whole.
divide. My bad. Go
No,
ahead.
no, go ahead.
And the thing, like you said, losing Caden Ellis, that's definitely going to be a key. But you also have Jesse Bates on the backside that can help him control that defense and help him, recognize what's going on the field. So you have two veterans at two key positions that can help call plays. So I think that's a plus. Miss Carey, thank you as always for tuning in. Hit that like button, like she said, on both channels. Comment and hype us up. Miss Carey, please, we appreciate you. I'm
Man,
hungry, man. I'm hungry. I'm hungry. I'm hungry.
Bro.
Thank you for and I know she gonna laugh at me because I don't care what I'm doing. I can just make a face on the screen and she'll laugh. I don't know what it is. But Miss Carey, appreciate you as always.
Some kind of faces, Smitty. I don't know.
Yeah, boy, look. Mad Mike, what's up, my guy? Yeah, y'all go check out Mad Mike Sports on YouTube. Always doing the thing over giving us late great news of the Atlanta Falcons. Atlanta Falcons Nation. I was finna say Dirty Bird Nation. Atlanta Falcons Nation. Please go check him out. Troy Anderson, no Troy Anderson. Those boys are going to be scary. And I would just love to see Troy Anderson. I would just love to see Troy Anderson be part of the pass rush, because I look at him at 6'4", 245 pounds. It could work. It could work in the right situation. It could work.
He just got to stay healthy for me, man. That's all. It's just joy and rain.
You stupid. Auntie Joy tuning in, man. She said hello to everybody, man. Y'all please go check her out. She got a new page, so I can't remember the name off top, but she got a YouTube Shorts page. She over there dancing with her granny clothes on. So y'all please her friends. They did it last Halloween. It was pretty funny. It got a lot of views too. So y'all go check it out. And I told her to change that profile picture because she's gonna get my channel reported. But she think I'm playing.
Yeah, man.
Kendall Daniels a freak of nature. The same size as JPJ and linebacker safety is crazy. And another thing I just thought about, they have another linebacker out of Kentucky. He's 6'3", about 215, 217, but he's also a former safety.
Yeah.
So he was an undrafted free agent, and he's one of those all brick type guys. I know he'll make it on special teams, but he's another guy to look out for.
They're making Malik Vernon play as well. They're making him earn his spot. Remember, and some people may not remember Malik Vernon, but he is that prototype as well, like that safety linebacker hybrid. And he's been on the team, honestly, for a couple of seasons now. And I know he was an undrafted free agent last year. So last year, I thought it was 24. Yeah. Possibly maybe last year though. But yeah, regardless,
it may have been 24. It was that then or then. This could be his third.
I thought him and Simon had came out around the same time, because he was undrafted. Josh Simon.
I think he was a rookie last year.
Yeah, you know how the last regime, they were redshirt a lot of guys anyway.
If y'all know, just throw it in the comment box. If y'all know, throw it in the comment box.
Yeah, them guys, they were
redshirt. Joy got that look on her face. Auntie Joy got that look on her face.
No, she must hurt Troy Anderson.
She know I'm being real though. The kid out of Kentucky is 6'2", 217.
You're right.
And he know exactly what I'm talking about.
Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? You got some guys that you can possibly try to throw in there, but I'm really excited about those two rookie guys, man. Perkins, you got him for a steal, and he's gonna be playing with a chip on his shoulder anyway. Because if you seen his interview when they were talking with him, he was like, I was just sitting there, and I was just like, I just know it can't be 200 guys better than me. That type of fire right there, if you channel it into some controlled chaos, can really benefit the Atlanta Falcons, because he's going to be coming at guys like a heat-seeking missile, and honestly, he ain't going to take no ish. That's what I'm hoping.
Think about some of the day 3 players we done had, and I'll just name about 3 off the top of my head. We know about Tyler Algier. Shout out to Uncle Lou. Yeah. We know about Travis Hall, one of my favorite Falcon players of all time out of BYU. Also, and also Jamal Anderson. He was a day 3 pick, out of Utah. So we've been doing pretty good on day 3 picks. And Deion Jones was a 2nd round pick. So yeah, so that's who Harry Perkins remind me of. So yeah, we definitely can you know see what they can do because I think they'll play with that chip on their shoulder. And our guy Terrence Matthews always says that. You know, them guys that come in day three picks, they had a big chip on their shoulder. They just ready to prove themselves.
Uh,
Twan, what's up, my guy? My boy Twan been supporting me since day one, since I had 12 subscribers. Shout out to him.
Walter.
Melvin, no news on Billy Bowman yet. But trust me, when we find news, you will know. Because I will
Yeah,
definitely report it.
yeah, I know he been out there on the field, but he hasn't like participated in any drills yet. You know, he's still recovering from that Achilles, and honestly, from not mistaken, that's like
That's
his.
a 2 year process.
Oh,
That's
I
a
mean,
2 year
that's also
process.
his first injury. Like apparently, this guy
Right,
doesn't get
right,
hurt, so it's like this
right.
is his first injury too. Like they're like to significance. So yeah, we're gonna see how
Yeah.
it progress.
Ryan said the Falcons also got a safety out of Prairie View A&M 6'2", 215. So they stand in that athletic range to where they can use them at more than one position. Um, Granddad has a question. He said, "Would the draft now quiet it down? If they're undrafted free agent that you hoped that either the Falcons drafted in day three or signed as undrafted free agent that's still unsigned out there, should they get signed? Um, I'm gonna be under with you, Granddad. I think they made some great undrafted free agent picks that they won't have to do that. Some of these guys are gonna kick some of the veterans out of the door. Yeah, I said it. They're gonna kick some of the veterans out the door. And like I said, with the Josh Sweat situation, if they feel like they can scrape up them $5.5 million, D'Angelo Malone could be out the door. So I mean, look, there's ways to strengthen this team. It's not always the big names, because Tyler Algier wasn't a big name. Grady Jarrett wasn't a big name. He was also a day three pick, like Winston said. So yeah, I mean, it's just all about who gets out there and perform at the end of the day. So what they're gonna do, they're probably gonna see what they got. Uh, Whether it's now all the way up to training camp, all the way through preseason, and that 53-man roster breakdown, and we'll know exactly which way they're going. And a lot of these names we could see, and we've talked about on the show already. Josh Simon is the one to watch out for. That's still one of those tight end positions.
Right.
So yeah, I mean it's a ways to go, but I just trust what they're doing.
Yeah, I
Go
made a
ahead.
video about Josh Simon on Falcons Digest, you know, so you guys can check that out as well. Just offering perspective, man. At the end of the day, I know athletically who is the superior tight end, but there are just some similarities there, and it's at a cheaper deal. I'm just saying, okay, perspective 17 mil, not even a mil,
Yeah,
17 million, not even a million.
and depending on where we are at the trade deadline, we might cut that 17 million in half and ship it off elsewhere, and get draft capital next year. Just saying, perspective.
And you can do something else with that as well. And that's all I was offering. Not again, I've never been on the just get rid of Kyle Pitts train because you know if it's a weapon that you can use, let's use it. But if you can't pay it or if you feel like you can go in a different direction, that's how business works again. So at the end of the day, I'm still on the Kyle Pitts train because I think that he can be the number two option on the team if he stays here and if he's engaged. But at the end of the day, it's a business. And if the Falcons want to move in a different direction with a new regime that did not draft him, regardless of Matt being the president of football or not, at the end of the day, if the coaching staff and if the GM feels like we can use that money at other places, I think Matt is going to cooperate because what did he say? Hey, man, there's some guys on the team that I got love for, but at the end of the day, we're going to do what's best for the logo. And that's what I want us to do.
Absolutely. Dre said Perkins remind me of Willie Moore, better coverage skills. Thing is, Willie Moore was a safety, but I get where you're going with that. But I think the kid out of who was the other kid, Kendall Daniels, he
Mm-hmm.
fits more the safety position because he played safety a lot more than he did linebacker. He was a conversion, and he's excelled at being a linebacker, and he can play both. So I can see him more of that, that role with better coverage skills. But I get where you're going with that, Trey.
Mm-hmm.
Like Auntie said, man, y'all smash that like button for both of us, man. We truly appreciate it. Go ahead,
Absolutely.
Chris.
No, just saying we absolutely appreciate it. I was looking at nah, yeah. For real, Ryan, I'm on that train, brother. But Tay was saying that so many guys have a chip on their shoulders: Pitts, Penix, Drake, Berg, as in Bergeron, Harris, JPJ, Bates, Robinson Jr., Kobe, AV, also Trice. That's a good one. Dotson, ZB, and a lot of players are in their prove it years and contract years, like I said about Zach Harrison before. And you also got to think about Ryan Newsel, who Divine Diablo. I'm just thinking about guys who extensions are up like this year. You know, I know of course we
Right.
got the John Robinson out there, but guys who are up like right now and this year, shoot Drake London, even Kyle Pitts. You know, they got to July 15th. They still got well over a month, but it's getting closer. Time is ticking. Let's see what happens if the contract gets done or if he's going to have to play on that franchise tag.
Yeah, I think they'll get a deal done because if they don't, they lose a lot of that cap space they have remaining. They'll be just a bit over 2 million if they or under 2 million if they don't get it done. So they're gonna work towards something. But John, what did it do, my guy?
Your family.
Uh, but here's a guy that's Chris talk about this guy. He did a little bit of research on it. But John said Cash Jones interested at 4-3. He's a conversion from a running back to a wide receiver.
Yep.
Give you quick thoughts on that right quick.
Well, it's still going to be tough for him to make the roster just because you have other guys in front of him and you have veterans in front of him. He's going to have to beat out like the back end guys, like how we talked about, like with the Chris Blairs, guys like that. He's going to have to beat out those type of guys. But I'm saying with that 4-3 speed and him, if he can grasp the slot position fully fast, which he is somewhat familiar with because he's used to catching out the backfield and bailing out the quarterback in different situations. So Cash Jones is going to be interesting. I think he can still find a way on special teams, if nothing else, and then still be used as situationals. Because one thing about it, I believe if you get Penix some speed on the field with his arm, I believe he can really get the ball to him and catch him in stride. As long as he has protection from the offensive line and doesn't have guys bearing down on him, give him time. I think he can be able to find those speed guys like Zachariah Branch, like Bijan Robinson out the backfield. It just think about it. Like if all three of those guys were on the field, you could have some looks to where you may have all those speedsters out there from Cash Jones to Bijan Robinson to Zachariah Branch, and then you have the defense trying to figure out which speedster we need to watch out for. All of them. That's the question. I mean, that's the answer. All of them. So
Absolutely.
it'll be very interesting to see if Cash can carve out a spot in this 53. Very
That's what I'm talking about. Absolutely. Granddad said competitors welcome to Atlanta Falcons. Coach Smitty and Coach Chris A1 Forever Sports. Hey man,
appreciate it.
we'll take any compliment we can get, man. Ryan said Kendall Daniels remind him of a young Thomas Davis. I can see it. But the funny thing is,
with the ACLs, with his ACLs.
no, what he mean is Thomas Davis was a former safety as well that converted to a linebacker at Georgia. So sometimes that could play a role. And then the thing about switching from safety to linebacker, you already know how to play in front of you and keep things in front of you. So it gives you like an added advantage. The rest of it is just a bonus. The tackling, the coverage, all of that. So it's good to see. But yeah, he could make it as a special team because he was an ace at Georgia, and he's a great blocker as a running back. So he has more than, and he can catch the ball out the backfield. So he right. He has a lot of traits. But But another quick pop-up show, man. We had to bring y'all the latest news. I gave my thoughts on it. I know my boy A1 had to come through too. So we gave y'all a double dose on this rainy Tuesday. Yeah, it's raining like cats and dogs outside.
Right.
But had to bring you the news, man. The latest news. We told y'all when we found out news about James Pearce, we would tell y'all and we would report it and we would let y'all come in and give y'all thoughts on it. But hey, there it is. But before we go, Melvin said he don't want Jeff Ulbrich to leave. Sometimes, Melvin, it ain't what we want. It's what we got to accept sometimes. He deserves a coaching spot, a head coaching spot. He's worked hard for it. And hey, I'm proud of him. And I wish him nothing but the best if it happens and when it happens. Go ahead, Chris.
Facts, man. Wishing Jeff nothing but the best. If so he gets if he gets another head coaching gig, but it is a good sign that the NFL chose him to be a part of that accelerated program because they envision and see him as a coaching candidate in this league, defending the shield, etc. So at the end of the day, you want guys on your team that can be recognized for stuff like that. And if it comes to the day that he has to walk away, my thing is, I'm just hoping we have a plan in place. I'm already looking at a guy like Nate Ollie. If DC is something that he's interested in, and if it ain't, I'll still make you the highest paid defensive line coach because I don't need you to go nowhere. You hear? But but yeah, though, man, we'll have to just figure that out regardless when that time.
Hey, you got you. They got one more question, Grandizer. One more question,
Yeah.
and we gonna roll.
What you got?
Is it right at the 5 o'clock mark? He said he wants to know. Besides it being a new season, does this camp have have that defining moment for you? What stands out to you that makes it different from past camps? Uh, I'm gonna just tell you off the top of my head, and the camp hasn't even started, but this is what uh I'm taking from it. Just going into mini camp. Um, Michael Penix finally gets his chance to shine. Uh, the first year he was drafted, they had construction. We could not go. Last year, controversy. He gets the starting spot back, but there wasn't a lot of promise because the media were trying to twist it and turn it towards Kirk's cousin. So this is his third season in the league. He does have an ACL. He does have a knee injury. Tua, he's had problems, but it's either quarterback's job to win. And even though I think Tua has the inside track because he's the veteran, but at the same time, Penix is more familiar with the staff. So in that aspect, I think Penix, gets his shot outright to me because he can still win. But even though I think Tua is going to be the starter, Penix still has an outright way to win with no distractions. Just put it like that, with no distractions. Before we go, you got any questions on that? I mean, any answers on that?
Yeah, oh, for sure, man. Because he was just talking about defining moments. So while he was talking, I was just sitting here and just thinking. Defining moments for me, this what I'm looking at as far as, like you said, from past camps. And like I said, I only been to one. So for me, I'm just thinking what could be better than last year. First of all, the quarterback situation and the coaching and quarterback relationship. I'm looking for how close the coaches are with the quarterbacks. How close are they working with them? Communication, what the relationship is looking like. Of course, seeing both quarterbacks under center, especially Michael Penix. Of course, we've seen the clip, but it's going to be really something seeing him start off practice under center and see different plays with the under center, looking for the play action. So that's something that's I'm looking forward to. On the defensive end, just seeing the guys and the fluidity that they should have under year 2 of Jeff Ulbricht's defense. I think that's very big because the guys who have been here multiple years, had multiple coordinators, including Jesse Bates, including Zach Harris, and all those guys like that. They've had to listen to different philosophies from the Ryan Nelsons all the way back to what's my man name? I forgot his name. It's right down the tip of my tongue, but he was here before
Jimmy
Nielsen.
Lake.
No, here before Nielsen, and there. Gosh, right down the tip of my tongue. But y'all know who I'm talking about.
It's right at the tip of my brain.
But yeah, man,
you get you can't remember shit no more. You get that CRS syndrome.
Oh, Lord have mercy, man. Sure, I got a lot on my mind anyway. But regardless,
boy, what you talking about? But go ahead.
But yeah, regardless, it's just like I'm looking forward to seeing like how that's going to be, like how, like I said, fluent the defense is going to be under Jeff Ulbrich once again. And Dean Pease, that's exactly what it was. I had the Dean, but that last name wasn't Pease. Anyway,
and I was thinking 3-4 defense.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, that last name wasn't Pease. That's why I had the Dean down though, and that's why I didn't say that. I was like,
you would have said Dean, I would have figured out the rest.
Yeah, I just
throw out one word, I finish it out. That's all you got to do.
Yeah, but at the end of the day, man, I'm looking forward to those things. And the very last thing I'm looking forward to, how are the special teams? How are the special teams looking? Like, how strong are they going to look? How many drills are they going to run? Because that special teams has got to be on point, whether you're gunning or if we're receiving the ball. it's got to be on point because so many times to where we just could have flipped the field in our favor. We could have won more games just off of that alone. So that's very important, and that's something that doesn't get talked about much. But so I'm looking at really all three phases. How's the offense looking? You know what I'm saying, with the new quarterback coaches and the new system. How does the defense look under the same system? And how does the special teams look after trying to be revamped? So
Right.
yeah, man, that's where I'm at with it.
Facts. Before we go right quick, I know I've been said that, but it's the last one for real. Once you said, I don't think people really understand we were having Perkins. Go back and look at his freshman year at LSU. He played just like Dion, but way better pass rush abilities. Another thing, Winston, a lot of people also don't realize before he suffered that ACL injury in year 3, he was the front runner for the Buckets Award, nation's best linebacker. Because the first 2 years he had over 70 tackles. I think he had like 7, 8 sacks that first 2 years. So he was on his way. He did bounce back last year, but we will see exactly what we got in him, and I think he's gonna steal somebody's spot on his roster. I just see it. Don't know who it is, but he's gonna steal somebody's spot. Trust me on that one.
Hey,
But
man, going grinding.
yeah, they had you in the chat, man. They had you.
Yeah, I'm saying Dean Pete. I say I just couldn't get the full thing, and I was like, well, I don't want to say that and be wrong, so I'm just going. That's why I say I know the chat got us.
I mean, but yeah, I mean they straighten me out. They gonna straighten you out, man. I'm telling you, they got you. But yeah, man, another great pop-up show, man. We appreciate y'all coming through as always. You told everybody where to find you. See, I'm already forgetting shit.
Oh, well, always for me, A1 Forever Sports.
Yeah.
That's the platform on YouTube. Come over, like, comment, and subscribe. Be a part of the A1 family. Help me get closer to 5K, man. Right now, over 4,700. So just trying to get a little closer. Also, Falcons Digest. I'm recently just been added to Falcons Digest. I've had a couple videos over there now. But me and Charles, we're growing that page, man. It just recently got over 2,500. So I appreciate each and every last one of y'all that subscribe to Falcons Digest. And last but not least, don't forget about Hawks Digest as well. Right now, just dropped the video over there too, talking about Jaylen Brown. It's because reports are out about Mark Stein, and that's a credible source saying that the Hawks are interested. So we'll see what happens with that moving forward. That price tag is something else because I explain it, but but yeah, man. So catch me on all three channels, man. Also, Twitter A1 Forever, Instagram A1 Forever, and the real A1 Forever on TikTok. Peace and blessings to you all. Make sure y'all find y'all peace today. That positive energy always creates elevation, y'all. And we appreciate y'all as always.
Facts. That's what I'm talking about. Grandiles is no problem, my guy. Always, you've been supporting me a long time as well. Truly appreciate you. We're gonna always give insight because that's what we do. And Melvin, great evening to you as well, my guy. Tell Pops I said what's up. And to all of y'all, man, catch me on Smitty Sports Machine right here. What I'm talking at right now. Like I said, man, go to some of my videos, hype them up, and get them through the algorithm. Me and Chris on A1 Forever. And catch me on Twitter at fatboyslam_21. I'm always over there blowing it up because that's what I do. And if y'all missed the joke earlier in the show, go over to my page, to the comments, to the community section. Check out the picture where I was at training camp last year, eating my chicken sandwich. Y'all thought I was playing the wings. Have yourself a laugh. Hit that like button. But yeah, we appreciate y'all as always, man. DBG, appreciate you, my guy. For my boy Chris, this A1 Forever, like he always say. Excuse me, see, I'm still hungry. But like he always say, man, find your peace today. And I always say keep God first because that's the right thing to do. Because you keep God first, he gonna help you keep everything on the right path. Willie, what's up, my guy? Appreciate you as always. He's another gracious donator to the channel. Truly appreciate it. But yeah, man, we'll catch y'all soon, man, because I know some more news gonna come out. And if we don't catch y'all live, y'all go to Falcons Digest, Smitty Sports Machine, A1 Forever, for the latest Falcons news, because one of us gonna get y'all straight. Trust me on that one. But we're gonna holler at y'all later, man. Peace.
Peace.